Hey y'all. Well, I'm out here in the fig tree and I'm picking some figs here. It's usually the week of July 4th is fig picking time. And this is my tree. And what really gets me though is you can probably hear those mockingbirds. This is what they do. I know they got to eat. Okay. They're bothering this cat right now. Let's see. See that cat? That's my neighbor's cat. Those mockingbirds are terrorizing him. Also, the squirrels. The squirrels will get in here and just eat their figs. I know they like them. They're nice and sweet. If I can back up, you can see there's my tree right there. Stephen trimmed it up. I really didn't want it to grow that tall. I think we're going to top it out a little bit because there are some branches coming off around the bottom. I wanted it close to the ground because I have to climb up this ladder to get the figs. So see, look, here's another one right here. Look at this. Look at that. I know they got to eat. They like figs too. So what I do is to pick a fig that's ripe. This is a Texas everbearing, or some people might call it a mission fig. These don't get that dark brown. But see how that's drooping right there? Usually they're up like this. And then when they droop, they're ready. And what I do, you just don't pull it out. You break it off so that the stem is still on it, just like this. And I have my little basket here. And I come out here every day this time of the year to pick figs. There's another one. There's some down here. I got to get them for these birds. I try to get out here at about 6:30 in the morning before it gets hot and before the birds get after them and the squirrels. Spray myself down with mosquito spray. Mosquitoes are really bad, especially with all the rain that we had last week. So what I do is after I finish picking, I'll take them in and I'll put them in a plastic container, let them come to room temperature inside, and then I'll put a lid on that plastic container and stick them in the fridge. If, let's say this week I'm not going to make fig jam, I'll put them in some Ziploc bags in the freezer, and they do really well in the freezer. All I got to do is I'll usually take those stems off and wash them before I put them in the freezer, so that I can, when I'm ready to make my jam, I can take it out. I made jam a few weeks ago from last year's figs that I had in the freezer, so they'll last a really long time. This is it's a sweet fig. Figs, if you've heard of the sweetener allulose, a lot of people are starting to use that because you don't know, it causes your blood sugar to go up slower, is what I've read. And well, figs have that. They have allulose in them. I guess that may be what makes them sweet. But I remember as a kid, of course, my grandmother, she had one in her backyard, a big fig tree. And I remember at my great-grandmother's house, her mama, there was one, I think it might have been outside the back door. I just remember as a kid climbing it. And a lot of us are sensitive to the leaves. They make me itch. I remember getting out of the tree and I was all itchy. But that's one of the only memories I have. Get off my leg. That silly cat wants to play. One of the only memories that I have, or one of the few ones, because I was maybe 6 or 7. So if you have a fig tree, lucky you. If you have a neighbor and or a friend that gives you figs, there's lots of great recipes for figs. I've made fig cakes, like in a bundt pan, at a really moist and good. I never have tried fig Newtons. Oh, that cat's climbing that tree. She's going to bother me. See, there she is. Where did you go? Yeah, Yeah, she wants my, you wouldn't like figs. No, get down. All right, so I'm going to get busy picking these figs, and my neighbor over across the way, there's a huge, huge tree at the end of their driveway, and when they're ready, she calls me. I mean, it's huge. No telling how old it is. So, and I'll be getting some figs from her, and my neighbor across the street, he's got different kinds of figs. He made me a cutting of an Italian honey fig, which is a bigger fig than what I have and stays kind of a greenish yellow color, but it's really, really good. So I've got to get that planted somewhere. Get out of my fig. She's in my fig basket. Get out of my figs, kitty cat. All right. Hope y'all have sorry for the moment, a great Tuesday. Bye, y'all.